Audio check, audio check. Audio check, audio check. All right, good Sunday afternoon, and Yabba-dabba-doo sports fans, welcome back to Rochester Ice Center. Game 4 of the weekend, Game 2 between your Pittsburgh Steel City Select 16U girls and these Rochester Junior Americans. We'll flip the script. We're wearing the black now. They're going to be in the white. We'll play 3-17s and get on the thruway and head home on an unseasonably warm late September day in Rochester, New York. Home of Genesee beer, Genesee beer and cream ale. So we're going to go 3-17s. Kiesel's in the box again. He was busy last game. Let's hope we don't get a repeat of that. And I'm guessing we're going to see Kanachi between the pipes this time. For this game, I'm going to have to come up a little here to give you the better view in the corners. And 3:52 on the warm-up clock, and I'll be back. We'll get this game underway so we can head home back to the Berg. Happy Sunday. You're watching Wicked Slapshot Productions. All right, warm-up clock has expired. And we're going to get this game underway. They're picking up the pucks. Yenny's back after sitting for a game for the extracurricular activity around the net last night. And so we'll have a relatively full complement today. Schuler's here too. Stevens still out with a melon. You got three of them on the bench over there. Coiner and Tyndall and Stevens on the bench as our bench staff continues to evolve. Tyler wants to say hi to his mom. Tyler, say hi to your mom.
Hi.
All right, Tyler's mom, that was a hi to you, Miss Lisa Zivkovic. We got TiVo and Mama Moon stealing the number 1 and number 2. Schilling must not be out there. So we'll see what happens here. Game number 2 against the Junior Americans. Game 4 for the weekend. We'll get this game underway. We are going to do 3 17-minute periods. We got an 89-minute curfew clock running. It feels like a lifetime. As Klein, Diamond, and Claherty come out here for this draw with Desai and Marshall. Here comes Claherty through. Claherty gets through everybody. Claherty can't quite bang it home on the short side here, and now Barfight sends it out to Desai. Desai throws it in front. It's loose, and they can't get a stick in there. Klein actually held it, threw it to the far wall. Junior Americans send it back. Marshall steps up, sends it in, delayed offsides, and they clear. Now they battle in front of the Junior Americans bench, back to Desai. Desai circling, top of the zone. Hits the Uno reverse, goes back the other way. Marshall up for Klein, nice pass. Klein wasn't ready for it though, and she bumbled it a little bit, and here comes back the other way, and that will be an icing. 16-15. We'll come back down here. We'll get a wholesale change, bring out Pilarski, Makasenka, and Kinger. Kiesel and Zivy out back. Mama Moon, I'm guessing you're in the car heading home if you went on the trip. I'm not sure if you did or not, as Pilarski steps in to take this draw. Now we've got the Junior Americans sending it around, but Kinger cut that off. Kinger around back to Makasenka. Makasenka off the side of the net. Zivkovic cheats up, shoots it off of her ankle. Now Pilarski puts it around back for Kinger. Kinger back to Pilarski. Pilarski back to Kinger. Through her feet. She picks it up, sends it up the wall to Kiesel. Kiesel golfs it down the wall to Pilarski, and this one's going to come out. Kiesel has to retreat. Down the near or far wall they come. Gets around Kiesel. Stripes in the way. They take her low to the end wall. Kiesel bodies the girl. Girl's bigger than her. Same height, different weight. And it's loose in front. They spin it over to the far circle. Pilarski picks it up, takes it behind goaltender Kanachi. She gets a whack from a girl, and she sends it up and out. Too far for Kinger. Kinger gets a stick into her chest and can't quite catch up to it. Yeah, as the Junior Americans pick it up, now Kinger battling behind the net. I got a kid about to step on my live streaming gear. You can see him right there. And now they're going to take it into the circle, near circle. And Dahl puts it on net, picks up her own rebound in the high slot. Schuler steps over, puts it across to Makasenka. Makasenka golfs it deep into the corner as she heads to the bench for a change. And Taylor's going to whack at it, but not before the Junior Americans send it all the way down. They wave off the icing on a tip, and that girl gets in front of Mrazek. Dahl gets pushed, but that girl takes the worst of it as she tried to push Dahl, and she ended up in the wall herself. So, yeah, hard to feel bad about that when she was trying to play a dirty play on Dahl. As Schuler goes into the wall awkwardly. Now Dahl up the wall. And this one bounces ahead to Detling. Detling looking up, has Mrazek, but she's going to take it herself. Detling down the far wall. Detling in around, loses it behind, gains it again. Now they're going to battle, push it to the near corner. Where the Junior Americans are going to pick it up, come back the other way up the far wall. I'm going to send it bouncing off that far wall. Marshall holds, sends it deeper. And now the Junior Americans send it around, and Desai steps up. Desai down the near wall. Desai stops, turns, and we're going to get a whistle. Stevens going off the bench to the Beard. She's running somewhere, not sure. Somebody needs something. And I'm not sure where she's heading. Keep an eye on that. Desai, Marshall, Mrazek, Detling, and Taylor. As Stevens heads over towards the locker room, we'll see what she comes out of there with. Detling down the far wall. Detling can't maintain control. They battle. It's loose in front. Oh, they bang it in. They bang it in. I'm not sure who. We'll see. It was either Detling or Mrazek. I think they're going to give it to Mrazek. I think they're giving that one to Mrazek, chipping in front of the net. And it's 1-0 Steel City. Stevens comes up back onto the bench. She's got something. She's not sure what she's doing. I don't know what she grabbed. She went back to the locker room and grabbed something. So Mrazek chipping in front. And now it's 1-0 Steel City. And here comes Claherty on a break on the faceoff. Claherty does the drag across. It's loose in front as Barfight gets pushed out of there. And she regroups with Klein. 13:43. So Mama Moon stayed home, and Steph and Josh and Johnny are heading down for a late fall vacation in Virginia Beach. That sounds nice. It's nice and warm right now. Should be good. It should be not crowded, too, because school is over. This one gets behind everybody. Kiesel's going to have to catch up. She does. Gets a stick in there, stops it, puck off the side of the net. Kiesel picks it back up, comes back the other way. Here she comes with speed. Around one, loses the puck. They're going to have to wait for the zone to clear. Barfight picks it up. Barfight gets tripped up, and we're going to get a penalty here. No, they're going to call that offsides. I thought his arm went up for the penalty, but no. Claherty down the far wall. Claherty around one. Claherty over to Klein. Klein can't maintain it. It was too far behind her, and here come the Junior Americans back the other way. Up the near side. Shot. Kanachi saw that one and managed to get a glove on it, but couldn't hold it. Kiesel picks it up on the far wall. She's going to send it to a neutral area, and that's going to go all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. Kiesel tried the pull shot to get it on the crease. She was close, but not quite, as it hit the side of the net. Didn't catch any of the blue paint, so it did not count as the crease. So we will go over to the far circle as Pilarski takes a draw. It comes back through the goal mouth to Dahl. Dahl sends it up the wall for Makasenka. Makasenka centers for Kinger. Here comes Kinger. Kinger with Pilarski and Makasenka trailing. Kinger comes in. Kinger with a shot. Missed the net to the far side. Comes all the way around behind. Dahl throws it over to the near side. Schuler's going to cheat up, which is going to be dangerous because it's going to create a break, but Pilarski's going to get back. Pilarski into position to play defense. Junior America tries the pick move. Pilarski blocks that shot. Pilarski up the wall. Gets it over to Dahl. Dahl up to Makasenka. Makasenka is going to look for Kinger, and she hits her. Here comes Kinger up the near wall. Kinger up the near wall. Into the corner, stops, hits the Uno reverse, turns, throws it in front, too hard for Makasenka. Schuler whacks one. Hell of a collision there, and they both fall down. Now we've got Dahl. They're both up. They're fine. They got to wait till she gets out, though. She does. Dahl sends it in. All the way around, back behind the Americans' goaltender. They send it up. You got Schuler got her legs pulled out from under her. And they continue to battle there as Pilarski knocks a girl down. Now we've got Dahl on the near wall, trying to catch him in a change. They can't get it moving quick enough. And this one, Yenny overskates. Stripes is picking up a stick as Detling gets knocked down. She ends up in the wall. And this game is physical early. Here they come up the near wall. Dahl battling in the corner. There's 5 or 6 of them battling there. Junior Americans come out of there with it. Oh, you're going to get Yenny on a hook. They caught it from behind. Yenny's going to go sit on a hook. And the Junior Americans are going to go on the power play with 11s on the clock. Going to get a penalty on Yenny. She's going to go sit in the box with the beard, and we're going to get a call on her. And out comes Barfight with Klein. It's loose on the doorstep. Marshall's going to pick it up. Marshall and Desai, Barfight and Klein on the kill. They dump it up ahead, all the way past everybody. No icing this year in the new rules, and goes in behind. Barfight's going to battle. Barfight's still battling. Barfight sends it back deeper. Minute 40 to go in the penalty. Around the backside, Klein. Klein sends it deeper. Americans pick it up there. Klein gets a stick on it. Desai's going to have to retreat as collision there at center ice. Desai picks it up. Desai down the far side. Desai golfs it deep. She's going to go chase it into the near corner. She gets over there after pursuing her own puck. Here come the Junior Americans back the other way. Marshall just needs to flip it. She does. All the way back down. No icing. Minute 8. Bar fight behind the net, shorthanded. Tries to put it in front for Klein. Klein couldn't chop at it. Bar fight picks it up, sends it over to the wall, and here come the Junior Americans back the other way. Poked out of there by Desai. Send it deep. And that's exactly what she does. They're going to head for a change. Get PK2 out here. I see Pilarski. I see Kenger. I see Zivy and Kiesel. And here come the Junior Americans through center. Zivy gets over there, whacks at it, sends it back the other way, but it doesn't go very far. They're going to continue to battle in the corner. They're beating, they're banging, they're battling, and this time it's going to be Kenger. Kenger with room. Kenger coming down the near wall. Skates in front. Kenger short. They push her off the puck, but we're still killing time. This time it's going to be Zivkovic. Zivkovic stops, turns, reverse. Over to Kiesel. Kiesel's going to send it up. Over to Pilarski. Pilarski with time. 17 seconds to go. Sends it in back for Kenger. Couldn't pick it up, and here they come back the other way. Zivkovic turned the wrong way. Now she turns around. Gets a stick in there. Pilarski crashes. Sends it up the wall to the near point. This one goes all the way in behind Kanachi. 2-1. Penalty over. Even strength. Oh, bad turnover in front. Kanachi says no. Penalty over. 9:08 to go. First period. 1-0 Selects on an early goal by Mrazek. We'll come to the near circle for this goal, this face-off. Pilarski, Makasenka, and Kenger. Out here with Schuler and Dahl. Dahl in the near corner. Dahl battling. Sends it ahead to Pilarski. Here comes Pilarski. Tries to get it ahead to King. Can't get it through. Makasenka can't pick it up. Schuler's going to get there first. Here comes Schuler. Schuler around one. Schuler gets tripped, and we're going to get a penalty on the Junior Americans. And with 8:51 to go in the first period, we're going to go on. The Powerball power play. Power play 1, Pilarski, Kenger. Klein, Marshall, and Claherty come out here to take the draw on the far circle. There's the draw. The Junior Americans win it. They're going to beat the bang. They're battling Klein. Klein sends it deeper. Can't quite get it to Kenger. This one comes out. Marshall's going to go chase it down. In behind Kanachi. Marshall around 1. Marshall around 2. 2 left. There's 4 of them. Marshall shoots. Misses everything high. She had 4 of them. We needed a pass there. They had a 4-on-2 rush. Didn't see it. Claherty. Claherty with space. Claherty skates in. Claherty can't get the shot off. Claherty, backdoor pass, nobody there. Pilarski with a wicked shot. Bounces up high off the goalie. Sends it out front. This one's going to go all the way back down. And Klein's going to chase this one down with a little help from Kanachi. In behind Kanachi. Klein hits the Uno reverse. Klein across to Marshall. Marshall up to Claherty. Claherty can't maintain it. Pilarski tries to clear. King tries to clean it up. Can't. Now they send it back the other way, and Marshall's going to pick it up in the defensive territory. Marshall press it up to Claherty. Claherty can't handle the pass. She regains it coming down the wall. She's going to get bodied. Back to Pilarski. Pilarski around to Kenger. Kenger can't get it through to Claherty. Kenger skating into the corner. Up to Klein. Klein has Marshall up high. Hits the Uno reverse. Spins around. Klein with a shot high over the net. Marshall hurries over. Holds it on the far point. Marshall sends it lower to Pilarski. Pilarski back to Marshall. Marshall can't hold it. She stops, turns, resets. 17 seconds on the penalty. Marshall up to Claherty. This line's been out here the entire time. That looked offsides. Over to Pilarski. Pilarski into Claherty. Claherty can't get the shot off. And they get decked going to the net. 6 seconds to go. Penalty over. Claherty a little slow to get up. Here comes Mrazek, Taylor, Yenny, Zivy, and Kiesel. As Claherty slowly to the bench. 6:57, 6 seconds to go in the penalty. Taylor chops it off. It's loose in front. Yenny couldn't backhand it in. Goes over to the far wall. Kanachi tapping her stick. Kiesel cut that off. Kiesel sends it in. Kiesel still chasing. Kiesel now out of position. Mrazek comes back and gets in front of player. Taylor. Oh, Taylor fanned on it and gave it away. And she tripped the girl, and Taylor's going to get called now. Taylor's going to get a trip or interference here. I didn't see what he called. It's going to lead to a Junior Americans power play as Taylor takes a penalty. Pilarski steps in for this draw. Tipped in behind, up the near wall. Goes deeper to Dahl. Dahl battling. Junior Americans take that away. Loose in front. Schuler battling in front of the net. It's still loose. It bounces across the goal mouth. King picks it up there. Here comes Kinger up the far wall. Kinger loses it there at the blue line, and here they come back the other way. Puck bounces high up. Schuler stops, turns, throws it ahead for Kinger. Kinger whacks at it, can't get it deeper. This one's going to go all the way down. Bounce off the end wall, and the Americans are going to pick it up behind their goaltender with 1:20 to go, and the penalty to Taylor. Over to the far wall. Here come the Junior Americans. They chip it by Schuler. King stops, turns, throws it deeper. In behind the net again, 1:08. They bounce it ahead. Kinger again picks it up, takes it in deep. Going to play with it behind the net. Bank it off the side of the net. Pilarski skates over. Pilarski still skating with it. Nice stick handling. Stops, turns, throws it lower to Kinger. Junior Americans hit the reverse. Come up the near wall. This time they get it ahead. It's in the feet. Dahl's going to need to hurry. They're going to chip it into the near corner. And this one's going to end up in behind the net for a Junior American. They try the old wraparound. Kanachi pokes it out front. Here comes Klein. Klein shorthanded. Coming up the near wall. 30 seconds to go in the penalty. Klein backhands. Klein gets separated from the puck. No call. This one gets poked away. Klein picks it up. Klein stops, turns, dances, leaves it for Desai. Desai stops, turns, shoots, hits the goalie up high. Klein gets a stick in there, can't hold it, but Marshall will. Marshall throws it back into the corner through Stripes' legs. In behind the net. Junior Americans pick it up with 8 to go in the penalty. Up the far side, Marshall steps up and holds it. Marshall cheats deep. Marshall picks it up there. Marshall throws it in front, couldn't hit Barfight. Comes out to Klein. Klein sends it across to Desai. Desai throws it, misses the net badly to the far side. Claherty steps up. Claherty gets pulled down, no call. This one ends up with Klein on the wall. Penalty's over, 4:18 to go, period. Around back, Claherty. Claherty saw Desai, didn't pass to her. She just dishes it lazily in the back for Barfight. Barfight up to Desai. Desai throws it on net. It got tipped. Bouncing puck. It's loose in front. You had Klein over there tipping at it. Couldn't do anything with it. Barfight battling. Now they get behind Marshall, and here they come. Desai's back. They throw the puck to empty ice, and Desai's going to pick it up there. She's got room. She's got Claherty trailing. Desai comes in. Desai stops, hits the reverse, turns, tries to dish it to Claherty. It was too late as Claherty gets pulled down. Now Desai pulls a player down. No calls here. Junior Americans up the other side. In behind the net. Junior Americans send it out to the near point. Now down the wall. In behind where Desai's going to pick it up. Desai up the wall for Barfight. Barfight picks it up there. Barfight chips it out. Comes back to neutral where the Junior Americans pick it up with 3:17 to go. This one comes up. And they're going to be offsides with 3:13 to go. First period. Should be coming back to this dot right here. If you're going to go, go. There's the face-off. Junior Americans send it down. Kiesel on the far side sends it up the wall, but not out. Bouncing puck. High slot loose. Still loose. Shoots. They had somebody on the back door. She couldn't get her stick on it. Here comes Detling. Mrazek breaking. Detling up the wall. Mrazek breaking to the net as Detling falls down, loses the puck around behind Mrazek. Mrazek's going to go get it. And the Junior Americans come out of there with it. 2:45 to go. They send it up the wall. Junior Americans pick it up here. Kiesel back by herself. She steps in and makes a nice defensive play, sends it up the wall and out. This one bounces back to the top of the defensive zone. Junior Americans go D to D. This one gets cut off by Taylor. They're going to be back on sides. They're clean. Mrazek gets out. Junior Americans take it behind the net. Our girls are going for a change. 2:15. Coming up the near wall. Goes in behind Kanachi on an odd bounce. Off the side of the net, Kiesel leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski burst to speed. Makasenka back with her. King trailing. Pilarski up the near side into the center. Pilarski looking for somebody to center. Makasenka's there. Can't get it to her. Hits Dahl. Dahl had to take it on her skate. She gets a shot. Knocks it into the far corner. That pass was a little bit behind Dahl. She had to take it with a skate rather than a stick as Pilarski sends it up the wall. She picks it up. Cannot hold it as they get behind Dahl. And Schuler's going to run back and stop that player. Schuler falls down. Puck goes all the way down behind the net. And Dahl's going to hit the reverse card and go up the far wall. Dahl looking up. Has Makasenka too far. And that will be an icing. Minute 23. So we will come back here to Kanachi's right, the left on your screen for this draw. Stripes taking a tour of the ice. A big smile on his face. Pilarski puts that over towards Schuler. They send it lower in behind Kanachi. Dahl's going to have to go chase this down. Dahl. Up the wall, not very far. There's heavy pressure in the corner. Pilarski there. Now here comes Pilarski with it. Oh, dangerously in front of Kanachi. As Schuler picks it up. Schuler tried to feed Pilarski. It goes through everybody, but that's going to get on net. No icing. Goaltender plays it over to the near circle. Makasenka comes over with pressure. Now Pilarski. Pilarski gets in front. Pilarski backhands, misses the near side. 51 to go. Makasenka low. Makasenka low to Kinger. Kinger loses it up the wall. Makasenka. Makasenka cycles deep. Makasenka has Pilarski out front. Can't get it to her. Dahl open up high. She sees her. Dahl kicks it and holds it. Dahl skates in deeper. Dahl tries to center for Makasenka. Can't. Desai. Desai chips at it. Desai pokes it towards Dahl. Dahl holds it now. Dahl sends it in deeper with 25 to go. Deep into the corner. King's going to go chase it behind Stripes. Junior Americans get there first up the wall. Makasenka back to Dahl. Dahl sends it deeper. King back there with 16 to go. King gets bodied off the puck. Now Makasenka back to King. King throws it in front. Nobody there. Now it's Desai. Desai shoots. Goaltender with a big save. Second shot from Kinger. Big save. They send it all the way around to Dahl with 3 seconds to go. Dahl stops. Throws it in front. It's loose. Makasenka whacks at it. And period number 1 has come to a close. It's 1-0 on a goal by Mrazek. We'll be back for period number 2 on Wicked Slapshot Productions. Two periods between us and the throughway. Klein, Clawhardy, and Barfight out here with Marshall and Desai. We're going to try to jump it again, and Barfight comes through with it. Tried to get it over to Clawhardy, didn't work. Clawhardy up the near wall. Clawhardy taking a shoulder, kicking the puck, whipping the puck, still digging with it. Clawhardy around back, leaves it for Klein. Klein loses it, regains off the side of the net. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. Still loose. Klein whacking back there. Still loose, over to the far corner. Barfight can't get a stick in there. Comes out to Desai. Desai sends it. It's loose in front. Klein turns. Didn't have the right angle. Clawhardy whacking. In behind the net. Clawhardy comes out of there with it. Clawhardy skating. Still skating. Clawhardy throws it in front. Gets through a mass of bodies. Goes behind the net. Junior Americans have it back there. And here they come. Barfight whacks a stick. Desai wiped out Barfight. And now the Junior Americans are trying to send it up the wall. Barfight's a little slow to get up. She appears to be okay. Marshall over to Barfight, too far. Now it comes back to Klein. Barfight's going to head to the bench. Yenny's going to jump on. They're going to be offsides until Yenny clears, which she does. The second period change creates weird offsides as Stripes ducks. Goes all the way down, and that will be an icing. 15-48. We'll come back the other way. Do it again. Come to the near circle for this draw. Detling, Taylor, Yenny, Kiesel, and Zivy. I was talking to Tyndall this morning, and he said that he challenged this line to be more visible last night and didn't quite get the result he was hoping for with the fight, but he challenged them to have more energy and be more visible, so maybe that's what led to the extracurricular silliness last night as this one comes around to the near corner. Americans have it there. They chip it up. Kiesel holds. Yenny and Taylor were fighting over it. Now the Junior Americans are going to chip it out back to Kiesel. Kiesel sends it up and in and all the way down. They tip it, not a wave off the icing as Detling's going to chase. Yenny's going to chase up the near wall now. This one comes up the near wall. Junior Americans send it up. It's going to go all the way down, and that will be an icing. 15-12. We'll come back down here. Do it again in the near corner. Taylor, Yenny, Detling, Kiesel, and Zivy. Detling to Taylor. Taylor stripes with his arms up. Kiesel tipped by Detling. And goaltender got something on that one. Zivy holds. Golfs it down to Yenny. Yenny overskates. Zivy holds. This time it comes out past Yenny. Kiesel's going to go chase it down. Kiesel. Kiesel hits the reverse. Goes up the wall to Yenny. Yenny chips it ahead. Taylor and Yenny. And they're going to chip it back. Kiesel. Kiesel up to Detling. Detling loses it back the other way. It's going to go all the way down. Kiesel has to hit the Jets. She does, but the Junior Americans player gets there first. She hits the reverse. Now she comes up the wall to Detling should get there, and she chips it out. Junior Americans chase it back. You go D to D. Up past everybody all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. 14-14 back the other way. So we will go to the far circle for this one. King, Pilarski, Makasenka. Oh, a big shot from Pilarski missed over to the near side. As this one comes bouncing up the wall past Schuler. Dahl retreats, hits the reverse. Dahl banks it up off the wall hard to Kinger. Kinger battling, can't hold it, sends it deep. All the way around, Pilarski's going to go battle with an American. Oh, big crushing hit there that nobody falls, but big hit is Schuler. Picks it up, comes back the other way. Pilarski sticks a stick in there. They send it the other way. Makasenka's going to go chase it. Makasenka holds it. Sends it to Pilarski. Pilarski with Kinger. It was on King's stick. She couldn't hold it. Schuler chips in. Now King picks it up. It's in her feet. Back to Schuler. And the Junior Americans whack it back the other way. And this one's going to get on the crease. And Kanachi's going to have to leave it for Dahl. That was dangerous. They take it away from Dahl. That player falls in Dahl's feet. Dahl picks it up, sends it over to Schuler. Schuler clears it. Gets it out of trouble. Junior Americans pick it up back here. Junior Americans send it up the wall. Bouncing puck. Dahl sends it in. It comes back out. That negates the offsides as that girl wipes out. She just got ahead of herself there. Her head got ahead of her feet, and she was scrambling to catch up and just couldn't. And she ended up down. Now Schuler behind stripes. Schuler up for Kinger. Kinger with room. Puts it in the center for bar fight. Couldn't quite get there. It was behind her. And now here come the Junior Americans on a breakaway. Marshall gets back and gets a stick in there. And now King is going to pick it up, send it up to Pilarski. Pilarski with bar fight. Pilarski leaves it for bar fight. Bar fight over skates. It's over Marshall sticking out as they come across. Marshall back to Desai. Desai up to Clarity. Clarity behind Klein. Up the wall. She gets bodied into the wall. Clarity picks up the puck, skates in behind the net, loses it into the corner. Regains. Stops, turns, sends it lower for bar fight. Bar fight loses it in the corner. Bar fight out to Desai. Desai got Clarity down in front of the net. Klein can't stop it, and it comes around in the near corner where the Junior Americans are going to pick it up. Bar fight over for some pressure. Klein knocked that one down. Klein stops, turns, surveys, spins. Across the top of the zone over to Marshall. Marshall with room, shoots. Goaltender got a tip of a glove on that one, knocked it to the wall. Klein picks it up. Klein over to Clarity. Clarity has Marshall open high. Doesn't shoot, doesn't get all the way through. Clarity loose again, still loose in front. They're beating, they're banging, they're whacking. You see bar fight going down back there. She lands on top of the girl who pulled her down. Here come the Americans the other way. Clarity stops, spins, turns, leaves it for Klein. Klein's going to whack it deep, but can't get it by that player as Clarity dives for it. Now bar fight comes out of there with it. Bar fight up the near wall. Bar fight centers, nobody there. All the way over to the far wall. 11:09 to go. Second period. Back to Marshall. Marshall stops, turns, surveys. Marshall taking heavy pressure. No help. Marshall still taking heavy pressure. Now they get it in front of Kanachi. Kanachi with an aggressive stick pokes it away. Clarity up to Yenny. Yenny. Clarity gets pulled down. Yenny. Yenny with a shot high over the net. Into the near corner. Clarity's going to head to the bench after a long shift. We've got Yenny battling on the wall up to Marshall. Marshall throws it in front. Cut off. Yenny cuts it off. Now loose in front to Taylor. Taylor top left corner. And it's 2-0 Steel City. Put it in the high slot to Taylor. Taylor goes top left corner. And it's 2-0 Steel City. So, Yenny, Taylor, Mrazek, Zivy, and Kiesel. As this one comes back, Zivy's going to pick it up, throw it up ahead, but gets cut off by an American. Back the other way, Zivy again. Stripes get out of the way, puts it up to Mrazek. Mrazek down the far wall, chips it by a player. Going to have to go chase it. They're going to get there first. Send it back the other way. Here they come up the far wall. You chip it ahead. Too far for that American. Should let Kiesel get back into play. Kiesel gets into play and blocks the pass. Here comes Kiesel. Kiesel, burst of speed through neutral. Kiesel down the near wall. Kiesel pushed off the puck, leaves it for Yenny. Yenny back to Taylor. Taylor throws it. Goaltender in her chest. It's loose. Comes back towards Taylor. The Americans cut it off. Taylor's going to have to retreat. She's defense. They send it in, and they're clear. And now Mrazek's going to go chase it in the far corner. Gets by everybody. They're changing. That could have been a too many. Stripes was generous there. As this one comes up to Kiesel. Oh, Kiesel fanned on a one-time attempt. This one comes back past Zivkovic with 9:29 to go. They send it up ahead. Kinger. Here comes Kinger with Makasenka. Kinger chips it. Kinger gets pulled down. We're going to get a penalty here on the trip against Kinger. So we're going to go back on the power play with 9:18 to go. We should be getting a tripping penalty on the Americans here. And your Steel City Selects are going to go back on the power play. No. They're calling the icing there. I thought they called the trip. He called icing. I'm confused. Looked as clean of a trip to me as possible, but that's not what he called. Thought he was calling the trip there. Pilarski puts it into the corner. And they're going to send it all the way down. That's going to be an icing. So we'll come back this way. Get a draw here to Kanachi's right, the left on your screen. Klein going to step in and take this draw with Clarity and Barfight. Dull and Schuler back. This one comes back into the corner to Schuler. Schuler around back to Dull. Dahl up the far wall. Dahl sends it up. Too far for bar fight, but she got a tip on it, which will stop the icing. The Americans pick it up there. Schuler tapping her stick. Klein goes around. Klein chips it low to bar fight. Bar fight's going to go whack and bang and beat and bang. And Klein's going to go body that American. Klein throws it in front to Claherty. Claherty skied it over the net. And the junior Americans send it back to Marshall. Marshall surveying, hits Klein. Klein stops, turns. Now she comes forward. Klein up the near wall. Loses it in the corner, and they're going to try to send it back. Now they will send it out. And Dahl is going to go chase this one down. Dahl up the far wall. Dahl still skating, loses the puck, falls down. Bar fight. Bar fight comes through the center. Bar fight still skating, loses the puck. Now Klein. Klein gets it picked off her stick as she goes to shoot. Marshall whacks it in, and they're clean as Claherty picks it up. Claherty. Junior Americans have it behind their own net. Send it into the near corner. Send it out to the point. Marshall can't hold this one. She's going to chase it down. Marshall hits the reverse. Comes up the near wall. Marshall, around one. Marshall, still skating. Marshall loses the puck. Desai gets a stick in there. Here come the junior Americans the other way. Desai trips her up. They both go down in a heap. No call. The junior Americans fans wanted one. Here comes bar fight. Bar fight skating. Leaves it for Claherty. Claherty still skating. Claherty still skating. Claherty passes it right to a junior American, and here they come the other way. 2-on-1 with Marshall. Desai hurries to get back into play as Mrazek picks it up at the blue line, chips it out. Junior Americans come back the other way. Marshall tips it. Kanachi's going to leave it. Marshall up the wall. Can't get it to Detling. Junior Americans center. Kanachi with the cover. And it's 6:53 to go. Still 2-1. Still City. We'll go to the far circle. Taylor back to the point. Into the corner. Steelers are beating the Patriots 14-7 right now. This one comes out, and Taylor knocks it down. Taylor chips it ahead. Americans chip it back the other way. This one comes up to Kiesel. It bounces up into a mask. They chip it back the other way, Mrazek. Mrazek chips it over to the far wall. And now here they come the other way. It's 14-7 Steelers at the half as Kiesel stops, turns, spins. Here she comes, tipping it ahead to Taylor. Taylor loses it in front of us. Kiesel sends it deep. All the way around. Now the Americans pick it up there in front of their own goaltender, send it across. Pilarski steps up aggressively and picks it up. Pilarski in behind the net. Pilarski still skating. Pilarski stops, turns, comes around front, gets it tipped. Makasenka fans on an attempt. This one comes out around all the way down, and that's going to be on the net. Kanachi is going to leave it for Kiesel. This comes all the way up to Pilarski, and they're offsides. And they reset. Back to Makasenka. Makasenka sends it in. Down around the back. This one goes around the backside. A little sloppy right now. Schuler picks it up. Schuler sends it up to Pilarski. Pilarski with Kinger. Shot. Missed everything to the far side. Tied up on the far wall. This one comes all the way out. Back to Dahl. Dahl picks it up, comes up the near wall. Shot over into the far corner. Now we got Klein coming through. Klein with a shot. Goaltender had no idea where it was, and she covered it up. And we're going to get another stoppage. Go to the far circle. stripes talking to the goalie. Clawhardy, Klein, bar fight. Desai and Marshall. I'm going to draw here. As Klein's going to step in and take this one. Dies on the dot. Klein gets a stick in there. They chip it lower. And now here come the Junior Americans up the near wall. Bar fight takes that away. She stops, she turns, she throws it lower. Junior Americans send it up the wall. Desai overskates. Marshall steps up. Klein knocked it down, loose in front. Bar fight puts it into the corner off escape. They chip it up the wall. This one's going to come out. No, Desai's going to hold it. Desai's going to bounce it in front. Knocked down by a hand. Marshall cranks one, misses to the far side. And Desai steps up and holds it, throws it in front through the goal mouth. Clawhardy couldn't get a stick on it. Now it comes over to the wall, all the way back out. And Barfight picks it up there. Barfight golfs it back to Marshall. Marshall can't get a stick on it. It's a rolling puck. They were having trouble with it. Now Barfight finally picks it up. Here she comes up the near wall. Barfight looking into the center. Can't get it through to Klein. Klein will come out of there with it. Almost killed Barfight. Klein looking, surveying, looking. Stops, turns, throws it deeper for Barfight. Barfight plowed into the wall. She throws the girl off her, and they continue to battle. Barfight has the position. She kicks the puck, sends it around back to Clawhardy. Clawhardy gets pushed down, no call. Clawhardy evades one, uses stripes as a pick, puts it out in front. Desai steps up, holds it, and here come the Americans back the other way. Desai skating to get caught up. She gets in front of her, creates some havoc, and sends the puck back the other way. Yenny can't clear it out. Body and Yenny into the wall. Loose in front. Kanachi didn't need to make that save. They missed to the far side. Still loose in front. Klein picks it up, sends it out. They regroup. They send it in. That's offsides. And the player came on and they said they're clear. Usually you can't avoid offsides by going to the bench. They send it up ahead. They're clean on a tip. No icing. This one in behind with 2:30 to go. Up the far wall where Zivkovic's going to stop, pick it up. Stop and hold, send it back to Kiesel. Kiesel up, off a skate. Zivkovic going to skate up. Zivkovic going to chip it in behind the net where Detling taps her stick and tries to scare the girl. Kiesel on the wall. Oh! Detling leveled a girl. That's about her 33rd level of the weekend. This one to Taylor. Taylor into the zone. Yenny. Yenny maintains, loses it now. Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up. Kiesel throws it to the far empty corner. Or Zivkovic's going to go whack it. Whack it low to Taylor. Taylor tried to go out front, put it under the goalie's stick to Kiesel. Kiesel. Kiesel throws it in front. No, it doesn't get... Oh, it goes in! I'm not sure who tipped that one. Is that Yenny? Is that Yenny? I think it might have been Yenny on a tip. I think it's going to be Yenny, and it's 3-0 Selects. That's Yenny on a tip on the shot from a bad angle by Kiesel. And it's 3-0 Selects. With minute 43 to go, second period, 3-0 Selects. Kanger, Pilarski, Makasenka. Schuler and Dahl come out here. As Kanger bangs it into the zone, down deep in behind the net. Pilarski going to go to work. Pilarski gets bodied. Puck comes up the near wall. Schuler sends it. Hits a girl right in the chest. This one comes out past Schuler. And Dahl's going to turn on the Jets and get there. Dahl sends it all the way up to Makasenka. She couldn't get it. Kanger whacks it into the zone. Kanger bodying a girl. Makasenka comes out of there with it. Makasenka with a shot blocked. Bank it up off the wall to Schuler. Schuler down low for Kanger. Got tipped. This one goes all the way around to the far side where Dahl's going to pick it up. Dahl out to Pilarski. Pilarski wanted to hit the one-timer, but it came too quick. Makasenka golfs it off the side of the net. Push it back to Makasenka. Makasenka back for Kanger. Too far, Schuler. Schuler cheats up. Schuler tries to throw it in on the net. Can't. Kanger gets a stick on it. Goes all the way over to the far side. Makasenka with 40 to go. Makasenka has Pilarski out front. Can't get it to her. Makasenka throws it off the side of the net. Now Pilarski. Pilarski out to Dahl. Dahl throws it in behind the net with 27 to go. Pilarski around the near wall. Schuler steps up. Collision. They both go down. And audible noises from our bench. Oh, pass to the back door. Kiesel gets over there. Kanachi with a stick save. That was Dahl that got over there, not Kiesel. And here comes Pilarski with 7 to go. Pilarski has nothing left. She got it out, though. Stripes is going to call it. That will be. Offsides with 3.2 seconds to go in the period. We're going to get an offsides. And we're going to come here to the near circle for this draw. Near dot, rather, for this draw. With 3.2 on the arena clock. Klein's going to step in and take it. Junior Americans go tape to tape, and that'll do it. Period number 2 is over. It's 3-0 Selects. I'll be back for period number 3. Lindsay, you got to tell Frankie that the Selects are more important than the Steelers. It's too early in the year to worry about Steelers. This draw, Americans come up the near wall. Marshall going to go chase this down in the corner, but not before an icing. 16:52. We'll come back this way. We should just play this third period running clock so we can get back on the throughway and head home. But alas, I don't think that's what we're going to do. So we'll come back here and take this draw in the near corner. Taylor. Into the corner. Mrazek battles. Junior Americans out to the point. Desai. Desai sends it lower. Gets cut off. It's loose in front. Yenny tips at it. Chips over to the corner. This one comes up the wall. Taylor. Taylor drops it. Tried to drop it. Couldn't. Now comes back. Desai's going to chase it down. Desai. Up the wall. Junior Americans. Mrazek battling behind the net. It's going to be a long ride home with those yawns. Here come the Junior Americans through neutral. This girl's got a burst. And Taylor throws her off the puck. At some point, you got to think they're calling that. This comes back the other way. She's still not out. That's going to be offsides. It's 16:05. So we'll get some change of personnel here. See Barfight, Klein, and Clawhardy coming out with Zivy and Kiesel in the back for this face-off in front of us. They drop the puck. They battle there. Klein. The Junior Americans come in with it. Can't get a shot off as Barfight pushes her to the wall. Zivkovic's going to pick it up in the corner, send it up the wall, but not out. Clawhardy can't get it out. Now Klein's going to chase it down in the corner. Klein all the way around the back. Klein cuts in, chips it up ahead, gets it out anyway, and now the Americans bank it off the wall. Clawhardy tips it ahead to Barfight. Barfight up the near wall. Barfight skating in, can't get a shot. Oh, she did get a shot off. Throws it off the side of the net now as she goes behind. Americans pick it up there. Clawhardy kicks it to the wall. They're going to battle to the wall. Zivkovic can't hold it, and here they come the other way. They get the cross-ice pass cut off by Kiesel. Kiesel chips it back ahead. Kiesel pulls the stick out of that girl's hands. They're going to send it all the way back down. They wave it off as Kanachi leaves it for Zivkovic. Zivkovic up for Claherty. Claherty loses it to an American, and here they come back the other way. Claherty whacking. They took it away from her. She regained it. Kiesel didn't know where the puck was. It's loose. Kanachi pokes it to the corner, where the Americans are going to send it high slot. Zivkovic gets out there. Claherty whacks at it. Kinger can't get a stick on it. Now the Americans send it deeper. Kiesel. This one comes all the way down, where Pilarski sends it up the wall. Claherty needs to get off here. She's been out here a long time. She runs really long shifts. Doesn't always come off. As Kanachi makes a save, Pilarski puts it ahead to Kinger. You would think that would be Claherty's cue to get off. Now she finally goes. She overskated the bench, and here comes Makasenka. This one goes deep in the corner. Pilarski applies pressure. Now Kinger. Kinger comes out of there with it. Kinger can't get a stick on it. Comes up high to Schuler. Schuler shoots over to the near corner, where Pilarski shoots blocked. This one comes out back the other way, up to Schuler. Schuler falls down. This one's going to be Pilarski with 13:50 to go. Makasenka around one. Makasenka still dancing. Makasenka run another one. Makasenka gets a shot off, knocked down by an American. They send it back the other way as Schuler cuts it off. Schuler back to Taylor. Taylor waiting. The zone clears, and they're good. All the way back around. This one comes around to a junior American, cut off by Makasenka, sent deeper to Taylor. Taylor. Now it's Taylor, or Makasenka that's out here too long. There's Taylor and Detling are out here. Detling throws it deeper, nobody there. Detling pokes it, now behind the net. Detling puts it into the near corner off of a skate. That's not what she intended to do. This one comes all the way back down, cut off by Schuler, and now Dahl. Dahl picks it up, takes it in front of Kanachi. Dahl skating. Dahl still skating. Dahl still skating. Dahl skating, forgot to shoot, and here comes the puck up the near wall to Taylor. Taylor puts it deeper. Junior Americans get there first. Mrazek skates over. Taylor holds this one high slot. Taylor with a shot, knuckleball. Goaltender gloves it. It's loose into the far corner. This one comes out to Taylor's feet, and here come the Junior Americans. Marshall retreats with Desai. Mrazek chasing. This one comes across. Detling pushing. She's got her stick held. She's shaking that wrist. She had some surgery on that wrist last year. Desai gets held up. That could have been an interference call. But no. 12-15. Stripes must want to get on the throughway too. As Desai steps in front, breaks that one up. Now Marshall. Marshall over to Klein. Klein loses it there. Marshall sends it up and out to an empty area. And the Junior Americans retreat. So Claherty skates in with Barfight. Claherty shoots off the goalie into the near corner. Barfight was open on the back door. Didn't see her. Didn't want it. As Marshall tries to hold. Can't. Here they come the other way. Gets around Marshall. Desai gets a stick in there. The Junior American comes in on Kanachi. Kanachi with the save. Puck behind her. Here comes Barfight. Barfight up to Claherty. Claherty around one. Claherty tries the toe drag and loses the puck going through traffic. Loose in front. It goes into in front of the net. Goaltender scrambles and covers. And Barfight's scrapping. We're at 11:22. Thought we'd get a change here. They've been out a while, but no. So apparently Frank won't listen to Lindsay. He's been outside working, and now he wants to watch the Steelers. So now we've got Klein chipping it across, in on net, knocked down by an American. And they're going to come up the near wall with 11:15 to go. Zivkovic throws it behind. Claherty fell over. She was trying to change direction and ended up falling over. Oh, careful there, Barfight. That could have been a trip. Now Schuler battling. To battle it into the zone does Klein. Klein down the far wall. Klein stops, turns, whacks. Goaltender with a save. Into the near wall, Zivkovic throws it low behind Stripes. Americans are going to get there first. They chip it around behind. That one gets by Barfight. They chip it up the near wall. Zivkovic's going to pinch in, throw it deep. Down to an American. Barfight's going to battle one 163 times her size. This one's going to be Pilarski in front of King. King loses it. Now Pilarski picks it back up. Pilarski tried to go lower to King, couldn't. This time she does. They try the old give and go. That didn't work, and here come the Americans back the other way with 10-24. Pilarski takes that away. Here she comes. Pilarski up to King. They're catching him in a change. King shoots off of an American into the corner. Out to the point, Makasenko holds. Makasenko throws it deeper. Tries to hit Pilarski. Pilarski loose, shoots, misses everything high. Kiesel cheats up. With a 3-goal lead, we're cheating in. That's an interesting strategy here. As Dahl loses it, and here they come back the other way. Skating into the corner. Drop it off behind Kanachi. Americans still have it. Americans try to center, cut off by Pilarski. These three have been out here a long time. This one comes back up the wall, Dahl. Now Pilarski. Kiesel getting into it with an American. Loose in front. Loose in front again. Kanachi can't get anything on it. Now they clear it out of there. Here comes Kinger. Kiesel and one of them are really going at it there in front of the net. As Kiesel heads to the bench. Now they've got it in behind the net. They'll get a wholesale change here as Yenny Mrazek and as Yenny Schuler, Taylor, Detling, and Dahl come out. They come down the far wall. Around Schuler, in behind Kanachi. Schuler pushes her off the puck. This guy's broadcasting over here. He's talking louder than me. He came late. He didn't start broadcasting until halfway through the game. As this one picked up, Schuler turns. Oh, we got a whack here. We're getting a penalty, and that's Detling. You hate to see that because you know that wrist is sensitive to begin with. And she's shaking that wrist out. She had surgery on one of them. I'm not sure which one. It's her left wrist she's shaking. And we should be getting a slashing call on the junior Americans. So she's going to sit for slashing. And Stripes are talking. They're making a note on their book here. Not quite sure what they're doing. They're notating something in their book here. Or they're looking at the rules or something. I don't know what they're doing here. Not quite sure what Stripes is doing. Not quite sure what Stripes is doing here. Looks like it's looks like he's looking at the rules or something. You got a junior American's parent yelling something, not sure what. Oh, they got the 2 thumbs up from Stevens for Detling. So they're putting something up on the board here. Oh, let's see what they're doing here. They open the door. They might be giving her a misconduct. They might be throwing this girl out. Not sure how or why, but they're getting the score sheet out. And we did this last night. I'm not sure what we're doing now. Must be giving her some type of a major penalty here. What's that? And here she goes. She's going to go take a seat. They're sending her to the ice. They're sending her to the locker room. Not quite sure what happened here, but she's going to the locker room. And we'll see how much time ends up on the board. I didn't see what happened. Did any of you guys see what happened? Was it blatant? Did she just whack her? I didn't see it. But they threw her out. She's heading to the locker room. And Stripes is writing a story in the score sheet again. So I'm not sure what's going on between these two teams, but clearly there's been some bad blood. There's been some bad blood, and that junior American is changing clothes early. So Stripes is done writing the story. He's over talking to Tyndall. And we got a major. There's 5 on the board, which means we can score at will here. We got a 5-minute power play with 8:44 to go. So we'll put 5 on the board for your Steel City power play. And I'm not sure why now they're going to put a girl in to serve the penalty. Not sure why the face-off's outside the zone on a penalty. You think they take the face-off into the zone, but what do I know? Pilarski's going to take this. Oh wait, now we got Makasenka going in for 2. So it's actually not a power play. I'm not sure what's going on here. That's why the face-off didn't come in. The power play will happen after Makasenka comes out. So Makasenka serving 2, not sure for what. They got a 5-minute penalty for God only knows what. And Klein is going to take this one. So Klein's coming the other way. We're playing 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And then we'll play 5 on... Oh, Klein gets taken down hard into the wall. We're getting another penalty here. And the Junior Americans fans are not happy. So now we're going to send another American to the box. And we're going to play 4-on-3, it should be, for a minute. No. Yeah, 4-on-3 for a minute 35. And then we're going to play 5-on-3 for 25 seconds. And then we're going to play 5-on-4 for whatever's left after that. So I'm confused. This is far too many for me this early in the season. But we're playing out to Kinger. Kinger whips a shot, tipped into the corner where Pilarski's going to pick it up. Pilarski out to Kinger, or to Klein. Klein stops, turns, loses it. We're playing 4-on-3. They tie it up in the corner, Pilarski. They push it ahead. Marshall steps up, gets it out to Kinger. Kinger with space. Kinger shot, can't get it through. That girl's going to be hobbled after that shot. She's skating slow. Pilarski across to Klein. Klein with room. Marshall throws it, misses everything badly to the near side. 55 seconds to go before Makasenka comes out. This one goes low. Pilarski leaves it for Kinger. Kinger out to Marshall. Marshall whips a shot. Loose in front. They're beating, they're banging, they're chipping. And there's Pilarski cleaning up the rebound. And it's 4-0. So that'll get one of them out of the box. So now we're going to go to 4-on-4 for 41 seconds. And then we got 3 minutes of the major left. So we're going to go 4-on-4 for 41 seconds. And then there's 3 minutes left in that major. So it's a confusing situation here right now. Late on a Sunday. But it's 4-0, and that's all that matters. They didn't put the goal up. Not sure what's going on there. As this one comes down, bar fight. Bar fight's going to leave it. Bar fight, Taylor, Zivy, and Kiesel. Loose in front. Kiesel can't pull the trigger. This one comes the we're going to get a call. No call there. They stop, they turn, they throw it. Americans pick it up, high slot shot. Kanachi gloves it. And we're going to get a stoppage. Trying to get Kiesel's attention here. He's not paying any attention. They never put our goal on the board. It should be 4. They take the face off here. Well, they got it there. This one goes back to the blue line. Americans take it 2-on-2 here. 4-on-4, and they shoot it into the near corner. Now we're on a 3-minute major. The remaining 3 minutes of the major. As Desai, no stick. She can't pick it up. Makasenka joins the play. So it's Makasenka, bar fight, Taylor, Desai, and Marshall. And Desai without a stick manages to get it free. And here comes Marshall. Marshall up the near wall. Marshall with space. Marshall skating. Marshall loses it. Marshall pulled down. No call. Makasenka over to the far point. Makasenka throws it back into the corner. 6:15 to go. 2:30 on the major. This one goes into the near corner. Barfight steps in front of that one. Desai steps up. Desai gets creamed on the wall. No call. This game's getting rough. This one goes low. Desai might head to the bench after that. Doesn't look like it. As it goes all the way back, Desai's going to catch up to it. Pick it up here. I see Klein coming on. I see Pilarski coming on. Klein's going to cut that one off. Here comes Klein up the near wall. Klein with a shot. Klein goes over the blocker, and it's 5-0. And that penalty time does not come off. She stays there. It's a major. So we're going to keep playing 5-on-4, and it's now 5-0 Selects. She stays in the box, and it's 5-0. So that major penalty is proven to be costly, and it's now 5-0. 5:42 to go, third period. Klein chips it ahead. Here comes Pilarski streaking up the wall. Pilarski comes in. Pilarski backhand, and it's 6-0. Make him pay on that major. Pilarski jumped the face-off, goes skating down the near wall, cuts across, raises the backhand, and tallies goal number 6 for your Selects. So they're going to make him pay on that major. That's the second goal. Klein, Pilarski, Claherty, Kinger, and Marshall. And here comes Pilarski again, down the far side this time. Pilarski chips it in front. Claherty can't get a handle on it. Goes in behind the net a minute. Oh, we got a hit back there as Kinger gets knocked down. Claherty in front, tips it, misses everything to the far side. Junior Americans clear it. Klein kicks it and holds it. Klein cheats in. Klein shoots, misses everything high. Marshall over to the far point. Marshall holds. No, she can't. It's out. We got a minute 20 to go in the major. Klein up to Pilarski. Pilarski spins, turns, comes in up the far side. Pilarski hits Kinger. Kinger shoots, misses far side. This one comes up the wall to Claherty. Claherty tries to throw it into center. Can't. This one tips by Claherty. Marshall cheats down. Marshall stops, turns, holds, throws it deeper. Junior Americans cut it off there. They poke it in deeper. Now the Junior Americans cut it off, and they're going to ice it. All the way back with 4:39:54 in the major. Canacci leaves it for Klein. This one comes up the near wall. Klein sends it across to Claherty. Claherty loses it coming into the zone. Regains, drops it. Klein has to retreat. Here come the Junior Americans. Gain the red line. Marshall sticking. Pushes that player to the wall. Oh, Marshall boards her. No call there. Now we're going to get a whistle. No call, but she's down. That's certainly unfortunate. That didn't look like a good hit. No coaching staff coming out to help here as they're going to wait for her to get up. 4:14 to go, and she's up. No call on Marshall for that hit. Even though it resulted, looks like she's holding on to a hand or an elbow or something, or maybe she's reaching for a rib. I'm not really sure. But no call there. So we're going to come out of the zone, it looks like, for this draw with 4:14. And I got to be honest with you, this game can't get over fast enough. Just don't want to see anybody get hurt at this point. As Yanni, Taylor, Mrazek, Schuler, and Dull. Yanni's going to chip it ahead. We're going to beat and bang on the wall. Mrazek. This one comes back. Send it back. Yanni goes down now. Taylor comes out of there with it. Taylor across to Mrazek. Mrazek gets held up. Here come the Americans back the other way. This one gets lost in the skates. Yanni stops, turns. Yanni throws it up the wall to a Junior American who sends it. They're going to send it all the way down. No icing on the penalty. Canacci leaves it for Dull. 2 seconds, 1 second. Major penalty over. As they turn it over in the high slot. Thankfully, Dull blocked that. She didn't even see it. Taylor up for Yanni. Yanni into the zone. Mrazek's going to be offsides with 3:34 to go. 6-0, 3:34, third period. Schilling's back. He reclaimed his number 1 from TiVo. He was sleeping, apparently. Taylor takes that draw. Back to Dull. Schilling, I'd like to sleep on the way home, but unfortunately Addie's not old enough to drive, and I think she's going to sleep. This one comes all the way across. 3:23 to go. Dull retreats. Dull stops, turns, circles, throws it up the wall to Taylor. Taylor puts it up for Mrazek. Too far. Clean on the send-in. No icing. And they're going to battle back there. Now here comes Yanni. Yanni picks it up in the corner as Mrazek's battling. Yanni out to Dull. Dull's going to send it in. Yanni tips it. It goes in behind the net. And this one comes all the way across where Schuler sends it deeper off Taylor. 2:55 to go. Junior Americans around the back, up the wall. Dull stops, holds. Mrazek sends it in deeper. She's going to head to the bench as the Junior Americans pick it up, send it up ahead. Mrazek heads to the bench, and that allows Claherty to come out. The Junior Americans fumble with it at neutral. They send it back off Dull's shoulder, and now Taylor. Taylor stops, turns, spins. Sends it ahead to Claherty. Claherty on the blue line. Puts it across to Yenny. Yenny, been out here a long time. Yenny backhands it in front for Claherty, never gets through. Klein now on the ice. Zivy and Kiesel in the back. Yenny needs to get off. This one comes all the way across where Kiesel's going to sky it, but not out. As this puck bounces. It comes all the way around. Shot doesn't get through as Kiesel knocked that down. Kiesel picks it up, sends it back up the wall, and ends up back at neutral. D-to-D pass. When they come up the near wall, they send it in down into the near corner where Kiesel's going to go back and chase it with 1:45 to go. Hits the reverse, sends it up the near wall where Zivy's going to pick it up. Zivy sends it up ahead for Klein. Klein up for Detling. Detling gets behind everybody. Detling shoots. Goaltender. Oh, rebound. Klein goes to whack, and the goaltender covers it with 1:31 to go. In the third period in the game, in all the games in Rochester, and before we can get on the thruway to head home. So we're going to go to the far circle, 1:31, 6-0 Selects. And we are going to take it out to the far point, now to the near point to Kea. Desai's going to shoot, missed everything badly. Oh, it goes off Detling's arm. It goes off Detling's arm, and that's 7. That's the Chili goal. The old-time Civic Arena, the 7th goal was the Chili goal. She put it off Detling's arm, and Desai gets one. And it's 7-0. Back in the day, that was the Chili goal at the old Civic Arena. You get yourself a free bowl of Wendy's chili on the morning after a game. Back when we had the Penguins and the Spirit playing in the Igloo. As Klein sends it forward, 1:17, and let's just run this clock at this point. Klein puts it out front to Claherty. Claherty shoots, got blocked on the way in. And now this one comes across. They send it down the near wall. It might have been offsides. Kanachi puts that to the end wall with 56 to go. We have Marshall coming up the near wall now. Marshall with a burst. Marshall gets leveled on the wall, and we're getting a penalty here. We're going to get a penalty on the Americans as Marshall gets leveled, and now that girl's going to go sit in the bin for 2 minutes for checking. 42.6 to go in the arena. We're going to go on the power play. We'll set this power play at 43 seconds because that's all there's going to be. There's almost no chance they're going to score 7 in 43 seconds shorthanded to overtime. And quite frankly, none of us want to play overtime anyway. So we got Taylor, Mrazek, Zivy, Yenny, and Kiesel out here on the power play. Back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic skates in. She's going to shoot even though there's no angle, and it ends up way out to the outside. Kiesel holds. Kiesel tied up on the wall. They're going to beat and bang and whack over there with 28 to go. They're beating and banging and whacking. Americans come out of there with it. They send it over to the near wall where Zivkovic's going to go chase it. Zivkovic tries to send it deeper. It's Yenny that does. 18 seconds, 17. Into the corner. The Americans are going to send it out. And Kanachi's going to hold it for Kiesel. Kiesel sends it up. Americans. Kiesel chips it out. Up to Mrazek with 2-1. And that'll do it. We came into Rochester. We took 4 from the Edge and the Junior Americans. This one by a score of 7-0. I'll bring you the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay. 2 weeks, we're in Detroit. As always, thanks for watching. Wicked Slapshot Productions. Have a good Sunday.